Good afternoon, folks. How you doing? Grateful if you could confirm sound is okay. This plane sounded terrible on its way in. I'm surprised it's on its way out on time. EasyJet A319, your next arrival. From Luton Airport, wafted in from paradise. Quick shout out as well while memories are fresh. It was fantastic to meet Timon Rose and his friend John Cumming short while before go live. Great company. Thanks for your time, fellas. Right, bottom of the chat I will go. Sound is good, says Richard L. Thank you. Political bias, same. Owen asks, what is special about it? Well, it's all a question of opinion, really. Owen, it's the first Edelweiss A350 visit to the UK. Many of us do like the Edelweiss livery, and quite a few folks who are very sweet on the A350. So I guess it's a bit of all of those things. So Turkish Airlines off to Istanbul. I can hear a plane behind me, so that's where we're going. So where were we? Chat's jumped on me. I do apologise. So the name I see at the very top of the chat, curious how these things go, is Scottish Linda. Honestly, the chat has changed again. How you doing, Linda? How's the rest of Sunday been? Don't know if we've got 6110 Swiss port worker in the show. We welcomed Swissport in the previous show, actually, into the PSA Crew Lounge. Fantastic to have you with us, buddy. Ryanair on shot is off to Lisbon. That much I do know. ZyXL9, hello to you. Good afternoon, Robert D. I'd love to tell you I could remember who gifted you. We had some fantastic generosity towards the channel, but heads are shed. You're going to have to watch me carefully this evening. Deborah Speller, thumbs up and away from Mark. Casey is back again. Glutton for punishment. Mikey, how are you doing? And of course, you're right, Mikey, we do have, well, actually, Mikey has hit the two key emojis, really. We have Emirates in the show, which is going to be fantastic. But even more fantastic, in my humble opinion, is the Edelweiss A350, which brings me to something else that I really want to do a shout out, and that is to Andy Meyer, Head of Corporate Communications at Edelweiss, who I can tell you now has been absolutely superb in helping our preparation for today's show in terms of graphics and associated images. That's the word I'm wrestling for. I'm struggling. 20 past 3 hours up this morning. Words are not necessarily flowing. They will do. But yeah, Andy Meyer, straight from the top drawer. Not every airline is as generous and helpful as Edelweiss. And as show regulars know, I'm a big fan of Edelweiss as a passenger as well. So they walk the talk in all ways as far as I'm concerned. I think the departure has been delayed a little bit as well, so I'm assuming it'll be in a little bit later. Of course, it depends how much time it makes up. Just realised I forgot to introduce myself for the benefit of viewers who don't know who's talking. It's Mark for today's show, or this part 2 show. So exactly where we were this morning at the mound. None of the kit has moved. I'm embedded, or in situ, or whichever way you want to think about it. So let's do some chat catch-ups. Chipaz 1990, good evening to you, sir. Michelle Johnson, welcome back, Michelle. Right, no ceremony here, I think. We're off. Weather conditions, well, interesting really. The Met Office gave out a rain probability of 5% or thereabouts. Some very dark clouds overhead a short while ago, but we should be drifting into some nice evening sunshine. Plan to go live until around 8:15, 8 o'clock. It's all predicated on the arrival of the Emirates and the departure of the Edelweiss. So that's hi to Michelle Johnson. Rab H, welcome back, buddy. Just sorting dinner. Put a bit extra on your plate, Rab, for me. That sounds the way to go. Oops, pressed the wrong button there. I'm still getting used to a new camera, so I know I can't dine out on that forever. But there's a lot of mode selections. In comes the Lufty. I'm not sure if that's Frankfurt or Munich. I'm a bit behind. I'll check it out in a minute. We'll wait for that to come out of the bushes. give me a chance to see where that plane came from. Frankfurt. Next arrival, while we're thinking about it, is Scotland's finest, a Loganair ATR 72 from Kirkwall. Back to the chat. So, hi political bias. I think we said hi with the sound check, didn't we? But all good. Chipaz 1804. That's nice. It fits into the day. And Richard Elwood said hi to on sound. Ian Finley, hello, buddy. It's going to be a good day. Mohawk Scotland, hello to you. Currently out at a meal with the family. As per Rab, have something extra on the side for me, Graham. I'm famished. Actually, I'm not that bad. I over-dramatise for effect. You don't want to be too full while you're live streaming because you get too contented, and then that's how things go wrong. Just going to park us. No, let's go to the tower. Fantastic boys and girls in the tower. Just for a quick breather. Hi to Fred Jazz. How you doing, Fred? I'm Mark. Just so you know who's doing the chop sing. Les Donaldson's had his dinner. Feet up at Lederhosen. I don't own any Les. And no, we're not going to do a GoFundMe for a Lederhosen outfit. Oh, dearie me. HTC, welcome back. Samuel Taylor Ackroyd, hello to you. Right, the ATR is nearly there. Owen is an Edelweiss enthusiast too. Cool. So what I think on members, I'll put a post out either later tonight or first thing tomorrow about next action. Probably put it out tonight, to be honest. Do you know, I thought there'd be more people on the mound. There was quite a few. Now I reckon it probably adds up to about 8 or 9 people. It's not, planes and trains. It's not quite added up to the sunshine Mardi Gras that we had this morning. And I'm coated up now, just for the avoidance of doubt. So I've got my thick fleece on, the thin fleece, coat with lining. I'm very comfortable, has to be said, but it's certainly not as summery as it was at the front end of the show. Wind direction looks basically an east-northeasterly. It has dropped down a little bit. Hey up, Timon, in the chat. I hope you caught the shout out earlier. Thanks for the good wishes, buddy. Owen says C-17 Aberdeen, expected yesterday. Believe it was due but glitched. Yeah, we did well with an A400M on Thursday. It was supposed to be there and out before we got there, but every now and again it works for you. It was delayed and we got it. So members have got that as a clip. Tony Rivers, hey up mate. Pegasus deployed. I did see the Pegasus come. I did see it go. I did film it on my phone, funnily enough. Although on my phone, it's almost, well, Lord knows what it'll look like. But no, did see it. Because the curious thing is, while it were holding, the Turkish Airlines A321 came in and it sounded terrible. I'm not sure if the microphone on the phone will be any good, but we'll see. We'll have a look at that. I'll put that out as well in due course. Well, if it's shareable. Big DC, welcome back, Big DC. Scorching in Newcastle, says Chipaz. You yanking my chain, Chipaz. To be fair, it says 17 degrees at this exact minute on the website. It's definitely not that. Right, this looks like a Logan Air ERJ. It's not what's on your shot at the minute, but what will be. I don't know where it's coming from. Sorry, I traversed a bit quickly. There it is. Ah, a bit of sunshine. I think it is supposed to get brighter as we get into the second part of the evening. That'd be nice. So I can see another aircraft on final approach. I'll check flight radar in a jiff. Vlogging everything. Hello to you. New to the channel. Vlogging, I'm Mark. My pleasure to say hi. Jonathan McD, welcome back. Deja vu, indeed. As per this morning, don't make me chuckle, it triggers coughs. But yeah, deja vu, indeed. Dopey Gorp, welcome back, buddy. Lovely to have you with us in the background making dinner. Sounds like everybody is getting stuck into the grub. Nice one. So the inbound is a A320 from London Gatwick. Jonathan McD, too kind, mate. I'm pretty sure you gifted me this morning memberships. Thank you for doing that. A further gift. Let's do the fireworks now, see if they actually work. They do. You'd think everything would actually work just as you left it, but it ain't like that. Or seldom like it. So where are we? The gifted membership went to RSVP. So welcome back, RSVP. So I've taken us a bit out of focus there. Wretched bushes. Good evening, Neil Donahue. How you doing, Neil? And GRWW in Dallas, Texas. How you doing, GRWW? Life treating you good? Oh, Michelle, no more Pegasus. It's a Pegasus free show. 2 on the run. In fact, 4, I suppose, really, isn't it? If you think about Aberdeen, there was definitely no Pegasuses in that show. And no, before somebody says it, I'm not scheduling to avoid Pegasus. It's just the way the cards fall. Big smile, though. So I'm going to leave you on the urban jungle for a second so I can say good evening, Nell W-8. Welcome back, Nell. Of course, you're an hour on from us, so 6:15. I guess it's an hour, not, or is it 2? I get confused. I think it's an hour. Hey up, Natalie Alice. Hello to you. Yeah, that would be a treat, Owen, wouldn't it? The Edelweiss A350 300. I think it is the paradox, is it not? So it's fantastic that Edelweiss have secured the investment in the A350s via the Lufthansa Group umbrella, but obviously for us aviation enthusiasts it's going to be bittersweet because we'll gain the 350s and over the next 2 years or so we'll lose the 340s. They've got 6 on order, is my understanding. Back of my head, I think it's 5 that are straight 340 swap outs. I don't know how many 340s have they got. Is it 5 or is it actually 6? I thought the 6th of the 350s was actually for traffic expansion rather than straight replacing Air Baltic on the push. So as always, that gentle plea on likes. Likes do make the YouTube world go around. Definitely. Good evening, Spotted EDI. How goes it? And Polar Beer. Big wave from Mark. Tony Rivers and Michelle Johnson are clearly in cahoots with HGC and Dopey Gort with all this Pegasus spamming. Come on, Nell, sort them out. Right, inbound action pending. What is it? It's another EasyJet, an A320 from Amsterdam. There we are. So we've got a Ryanair out on the taxiway. Let's just pivot left to right. And it is a Max 8 200 off to Faro. Good evening, Ian Finley. How goes it? Craig McLean, hello to you, buddy. Not you with some of this Pegasus too. Deary me. Take it easy on me. Melody R, good evening to you. Hi to Linda Cooper. That would be a bit of luck, Ian Finley. Emirates holding, waiting for Emirates to land. 3 minutes between them. Barely a handkerchief. Ziggy Schofield, welcome to the show, Ziggy. Yeah, Rob, I'm resting up, as in, because I'm a little bit second best at the minute. So, definitely that. I am going to get the WestJet Dreamliner that's in tomorrow around 10 o'clock. But I think the best thing to do with that one is probably film that as members footage. I want to see it for myself, you see. I want to see that. I've zoomed in too much. Right, we do have an aircraft in the middle stages of final approach, and that is the inbound EasyJet from Bristol. Departed 52 minutes ago. Aircraft in question, 14 years of age. Coming your way fast. Good evening, Lowlander. How you doing, bud? Sea kayaking into the blue. Welcome back. 10 hours of thunderstorms and rain. Don't fancy any of that. Tell me that's not here. What have we got there? Aha! Air Baltic coming our way. Fantastic livery. Who could have thought lime green could be so seductive on a tail fin? Well, seductive might not be the word I'm looking for. This sail's tired. Good evening, Abby Garvey and David Smart. How you both doing? Checking if I've not missed anybody else. Sue Cruz, hi Suze. Leslie Kerrison. You were too kind to us this morning and you've doubled down. Fantastic. Leslie, fireworks coming your way. I don't know what to say except heartfelt thank you. These are for you. It's interesting, the notification hadn't actually shown up for me there. So if I've missed anything else, mods, please do tell me. Oh, we're going. Oh, I'm just going to put this on hold. Hang on, Lee, don't speak at the minute, I'm still mic'd up. Just entertain yourselves. We won't be able to go through that. We won't be able to go through that line behind me. I've got lots of people watching the show now. Thank you though for that. I thought for a minute it was good. Thank you so much, sweetie. Love you. Bye. Oh dear. Sorry about that. Kind of on red alert for some other very important family business. Ooh, sorry if I'm blowing a bit. Good evening, Lucky Seven. How you doing? Lovely to see you. Most definitely that. You have been missed. Good evening, Sophie L. How are you doing? Hi to Don Alonso. And welcome back, Giant Coin Stacks. How you doing? Can I feel the first spits of rain? No. Surely not. Right, this A320-300 is off to Munich. As we start getting into the countdown now for the Edelweiss A350-900, bearing to Edinburgh, one of our channel members and good friends, Jack McAlpine. Right, this should be away you go. Come on, Wookie, get it done. Excuse me. Ooh, 1757 says Dopagol for the Edelweiss. Right, we have a Logan Air well into finals, so let's have a look at that. So plane on shot, off to Bologna. Plane cutting into the shot. Have I got that the wrong way around? Yeah, plane cutting the shot, Dublin. Plane on shot, Bologna. Welcome back, Hammy. I'm just going to go further back up the chat. My chat has just jumped 1,000. Right, so I've probably missed a chunk of chat out now with that. I don't know what's happening here. It keeps resetting itself. So the first name I can see is Ian Finley, who I've said hi to, MP NLW-8. So mods, if I've missed anything pressing during the time I've been down for the phone call and catching up, please do put me straight, if you wouldn't mind. If I've missed anybody, not on purpose. Andy Cameron, good evening to you. Philip Borin, hi to you. Melody R, I think I've said hi, but to be certain, how are you, Melody? Oh, the chat's restored itself now. Let's have another try at this. Good evening, Lloyd Bell and Aviation Action Scotland. Samuel Taylor Ackroyd, hi to you. Check out that sunshine. To be fair, it's quite cloudy generally, as you can probably figure from the shot. I'd say it looks definitely like rain could be possible, even if it doesn't seem forecast. Let's see, shall we? So Samuel Taylor Ackroyd on the mound, can see me. Are you allowed to come and say hi? You can come and say hi, Samuel. Hi, Phil at SCO. Hey, buddy, how you doing? Yorby Cooper on the showground. Very cool. It's worth turning out for. Too many telescopes, Sophie L. Too many telescopes. We're kind of breaking a new camera, so it's inviting all kinds of additional layers of mayhem on top of the standard ones. So EasyJet on screen, off to Lyon. An A320 200. Good evening, Neil Macquarie. KLM are going to be our next departure. Let's kind of lay in wait and anticipation. It'll give me a chance to try and catch the chat. Bottom up, gone behind. Lucky 7 says Edelweiss approaching Carlisle. Dee-dee-dee-dee. Looking for names I've not said hi to. WestJet back tomorrow, says Chipaz. Yep, I'm gonna be filming it as a members clip, Chipaz, so I'm not going to be streaming. I need a bit of a breather, and next best thing is to have a lie in, because I'm overnight here anyway, and get the WestJet Dreamliner when it arrives. I think the forecast is pretty good. Yep, Xi XL, we are still getting the Emirates. It's kind of been a good day really. 4 A350 900s to Edinburgh. That is, well, nosebleed territory really. Kerry Ann Lammy, welcome back. Kind of think I'm as caught up as I've ever liked to be, so I'm going to go back to where the bottom of the chat, so to speak. So a bit of a treat really, getting the Edelweiss as a 350. I'm all for that. Times one, Rab. I'm confused. I kind of, by the totting up process over the course of the day, that is, with the Qatar 350, the Virgin 350, Edelweiss and Emirates, makes a nice hand of 4. Of course, we could be at cross purposes, which is more than likely with me. Hey up, Callum's Aviation and plane spotting. But we'll see if we can start cheer you up. So let's have a little bit of a graphic moment. And this, again, I can't emphasise this enough. Grateful thanks to Andy Meyer at Edelweiss, the head of communications. So here's today's plane. Nice little natty schematic. 339 seats overall. 30 in biz, 63 economy max, 246 in the economy seats. Powered by 2 Trent XRB 84 engines, each biffing out 84k of thrust, and all of that made very possible by the good people at Edelweiss. In the meantime, a bit of smiley dolphin. With the wraparound sunglasses. And do you know what? I've just realised it's the first sighting for me of the KLM A321. I think I saw Chipaz's comments in the chat. Penny's only just dropped. Because generally we're not streaming at this end of the day, and this tends to be the end of the day they send it. So that's nice. I think I might record it. A lot more spotters at the mound now. T-White Ford 851, hello to you. No, the Edelweiss is a sort of temporary thing, basically for crew training and familiarisation. So we're going to see a few more of these. They're also serving other routes like Palma and Tenerife, short and medium hauls really, ahead of the actual launch of the first long-haul flight to Vegas later this month. Not sure what date it goes, but that's today's aircraft. Our plane today, Hotel Bravo India Hotel Foxtrot, formerly of LATAM Airlines or Airways, not sure which. Good evening, Kath. Welcome to everybody that's joined the show. For those who don't know, I'm Mark, and we are live from Edinburgh on the Mound, overlooking runway 06. The countdown is on. Well, double countdown really. Edelweiss is the thumbnail star of the show, but getting a Emirates is none too shabby either. It's a good question, Lloyd Bell, in terms of the 339 seats, because I'm not convinced that there's a big demand for biz, but my understanding is that Edelweiss haven't been able to configure the planes to their specification yet due to the usual global bottlenecks that apply around these kind of things. So there is cabin fitments and so forth still to go in. So it'll be interesting whether it was possible to actually buy a discounted biz seat. I would have loved that. Ten minutes out on the Edelweiss. Thank you, Lucky 7. Good evening, Stuart Kirchin. Hello to you. Edelweiss has contacted radar. Clive Everly, hello to you. Carl Jones, hello to you. Exciting stuff. Let's see if I can find you something a bit more scenic. at the hard-working solar farm. At the minute, nothing is moving. It's almost like we are commencing the drum roll. So, as I mentioned, Edelweiss have got 6 A350s that are going to be onboarded over the next few months. 4 from LATAM, 2 from Thai Airlines, Thai Airways. I do get tangled with that one, don't I? So today's plane, let's have a think what I know about that one. Got its paint job back in August 2024 at International Aerospace Coatings at Shannon. Does look a treat for it, no question. And of course, this type of aircraft with the reported 25% fuel efficiency and of course the pro rata impact on CO2 emissions is clearly the smart business choice. But as a plane spotter to my boots, and I know it'll be the same in the chart, the blood price of the A340 feels a cruel exchange. But you know, it's a better exchange than you're seeing with, say, United Airlines moving the 757s out and the A321 XLRs in. That's just my humble view. You know, it's there to be shot down. Good evening, Mark 176. So we've got a Logan Air inbound, have we, from Sunborough? Roger that. Cheers for the shout. Might get a chance for a quick water break. That'd be nice. As always, folks, please do drop us a like. Just give us a chance of getting a bit more promotion from the YouTubey people. The YouTubey people. Right, let's rotate the shot. I think we've seen enough solar action for one Sunday afternoon. So I'll take a leisurely skim along the track here. Quite a few people here for the main event. EasyJet on their way out. Me having a quick check round now that everything is working as it should.
I was just watching that.
Oh, excellent. How you doing?
Good, yourself?
Can't complain. Good evening, Murray Mackay. How you doing, pal? Oh, you're off to Mum's for tea. Well, enjoy your tea, my friend. You gotta eat. Big DC has only got to wait 15 more minutes and it's lager time. Nice one.
Pretty sure I've seen you here before.
Almost certainly. I'm thinking of taking up residency here. So, let's see where we're at. Zandawoa, hello to you. They're slow taxiing this afternoon, it seems, Les, but this morning I thought they were going at a reasonable clip. There's a bit of trains action. Not zoomed in really enough to do that justice. Let's wait for the EasyJet to come out the bushes as we count down to the Edelweiss. So plane coming into shot is an A319 from Luton. I think we saw that arrive at the start of the show. Seems familiar.
How long have you been here for?
Since 7 o'clock this morning.
Joking.
So it's been a good day. The weather's been,
It's been good.
I could have put it. I'm wearing a coat now because it has gone cool, but it's been blindingly good, really.
Especially when you get out of the city.
Right, you can probably hear the same dulcet tones that I can in the background. We have an ATR on its way down the taxiway. It's not transponding on my flight radar. Don't think I'll take that too personally. Hey up, Leo Heggie. Training and familiarisation. It's a new aircraft purchase, or relatively new. I think it entered service with Edelweiss on the 1st of April. Good evening, Rusty Oak. Yes, passengers are on board. One of our channel members, Jack McAlpine, in amongst the number. So yeah, it's passengered up. The whole point is familiarisation and crew training type stuff ahead of the use of the aircraft for long haul flights. Starts at Vegas, going to Vegas middle of this month, and we're nearly middle of this month now, so right, let's let that one go, because unless my eyes deceive me, and they are pretty jaded, but I think that's our baby. So I'm going to go to record on this, so I'll stop chatting to the visuals. Enjoy, folks. So we have the star of the show in the house. Hey up, Miles High. How you doing, buddy? Large print needed for the airline name. That's maybe laugh. Paul Kaczynski, good evening to you. Alison Sproul, hi to you. Welcome back, Alexandra Wood. Rab's on 16 likes. I don't know. I think. Just realised I've knocked the camera off axis. How? I don't know. So we get to see this go. It's due out at 20 to 8. It'd be rather nice if it goes out on time. Robert D, you don't want to see the Pegasus dance. You're right, Chipaz. This is one good looking plane. Hey up, Andrew. That Edelweiss emoji looking swell in the show. Logan Air are passing the position, but I'm going to let that one go. I'll stay on the Edelweiss until it's turned off. Thing of beauty. My plane of the year. I know it's only May, but I'm going to give it my plane of the year so far. Okay. Got Logan Air in on finals. Let's have a piece of that. "33 likes," says Michelle. Let's have a look what mine is at. Oh, 97. So we're pretty close to 100. Could have sworn it was stuck at 5. So not a clue where this is going. It ain't showing on flight radar. I'm going to intuit from flight radar. Let's have a look. Southampton, I figure it might be going. Next to go, Ryanair. Off to Seville. Rusty Oak says 142 likes. Well, that's awesome. In which case, there might be a higher number than that, but do you know what? Quick burst of fireworks is in order. Thank you, everybody that hit the like. That was for the 100. Fan Davidozi. Ilya Frolov, member for 2 months. Evening all, says Ilya. Glad to be part of the crew. Ilya, great to have you with us. Fireworks coming your way. Oh, crikey. Plane landing. So this is our Seville bound 737-800, 19 and a half years old, 169 likes, says Mark 176, bearing down neatly and nicely on the Magic 200. Yeah, that Virgin Atlantic 350 that Rab's talking about looked blindingly good in the sunshine. Sunshine and Virgin Atlantic, definitely a very compatible look. Eurowings in next from Dusseldorf. Still quite a way out, so let's just get it lined up. Linda Cooper, definitely be a better picture than my phone. Oops, told you we're chasing it a little bit. Want to film the Turkish landing in between, Turkish landing, Pegasus about to go, on my shattered phone. I thought, I'm not sure this is going to be worth it. It's not the camera lens that's damaged, but the whole thing looks like it's ready to give up the ghost. Looks like Lufty are on their way back to Frankfurt. Hold that thought. Right, let's get back to the good evenings. Hi to Paul in Ireland. Welcome back, Paul. Ryanair on shot, off to London, London Stansted. There we go. Next to go. All lined up and ready. Dopey Gorp, you are such a mate to the channel. I've just spotted your Ko-fi donation. Thank you for an amazing day of planes. Pegasus still rules the sky. Whilst I beg to differ, Dopey Gorp, excellent support on all levels. Thank you so much, mate. Genuinely touched. Good evening to Mark Bright Spark. I'm getting more fluent at saying Mark Bright Spark. How you doing, buddy? Sue Cruz, do not worry. The Pegasus has been, no, not Pegasus, sorry, Edelweiss. How have I confused those two things? Told you I'm a bit leggy. We'll put a separate clip out anyway for that, but you will get to see it go. It's due out around 20 to 8, something in that region. So EasyJet off to Bristol. Thank you, Chippers. 1955 for the Edelweiss departure. And then it was eerily quiet. See a tail pushing out. Let's get in a bit closer. Another easy. I should have taken that Pegasus emoji off the suite tonight, shouldn't I? I don't know what I was thinking about. I've had about 3 hours to entertain myself by removing these sort of things. What did I find myself doing? Filming a Pegasus on my blinking phone. Hey, good evening, Raskas. So is that a second? Ooh. Have you copied me twice, Toby Gorp? You have, haven't you? Is that for a cold one too? Awesome support. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that. Medicinal. Thank you, mate. Easy fireworks. I think that is actually a very good idea. I mean, it's been monster fun, always. I think the thing is, it's the downtime between shows. It's great watching the planes. You know, that does while the time away. But I think it's just being out, isn't it, in the elements gradually slows you down. I think the sun disappearing was probably the thing that was the biggest loss. When it was just a bit of sitting around soaking up the rays, pretty splendid. But there was nowhere on this earth I was going to miss the opportunity to see that Edelweiss A350. So let's just check out the weather. Looking at the windsock, I can't get you a clean shot of it. There's too many folks on the embankment now. We're still basically an east-northeast wind. That's how I reckon it is. Well, more northeast, I think, looking at that. More of a northeasterly. Any the who. 9 knots is the METAR verdict on wind speed. And that converts into around 3 knots of crosswind, so nothing that's going to move the ball about too much. So we've also got another point of interest as well in today's show. So the Emirates A350, captained today by James Ward. It's James's first Emirates A350 landing, if my notes are indeed correct. So that'll be something else to look forward to. Formerly an EasyJet pilot. EasyJet, interestingly enough, still the plane on shot. Quite nice to see an A321 EasyJet in the morning show. I know there are more prevalent sight elsewhere, and we've seen the odd one or two through Newcastle recently. But first one we've managed to catch in the Edinburgh show. Good evening, Skating Banana. How goes it? How's tricks? See what I've got as dry as a box of sand. I think I'll have a pre-beer chug of water. Ooh. Can't see anything on approach, although just about to start final descent is an inbound British Airways 321 Neo, brand new in July of last year. I think looking at Lloyd's comment about the 321, the light was absolutely gorgeous this morning. And to be fair, EasyJet might be quite bread and butter to us UK plane spotters, but it is a pretty smart livery, I reckon. I've said before, if they wanted to funk it up a bit and get a talking point, they'd swap the orange for pink or black or something, just to create an alternate narrative. Oh, what's this all about? Rusty Oak, thanks for dropping by. Have a great evening. Right, I can see that British Airways inbound. Currently at 2,600 feet, according to flight radar. Somewhere over Livingston, which is where I'm staying tonight, give or take. Yeah, just about over Livingston. I'll tell you what, Abby, Lloyd was down here good and early this morning, snapping away. He wasn't going to let that light go to waste. I would have thought there was time to get this out. To be honest, the EasyJet on cam. So British Airways being tracked in by an EasyJet from Belfast. So British Airways and EasyJet are your inbound sequence. The EasyJet is, well, they are now going this time enough. But they're going to have to get on with it. And they are getting on with it. Sorry folks, I'd forgotten I was already in. Now I need to come out. look over my shoulder and I can see that inbound EasyJet, so I better not telescope myself up. Thanks for hitting that like, Skating Banana. Glad we've brought a smile to your face. Bit of a bonus show this, really, entirely predicated on Edelweiss. Lovely as the Emirates 350 is, we've seen it in the evening recently on a stream, but couldn't resist getting the first Edelweiss 350 flight into the UK. Just too tempting. Would have been rude not to have done it. So EasyJet from Belfast next in, an A319. Craig McLean, you superstar. Someone else that's too kind to us. Thank you so much for your gifted membership. We'll see who've got that one in a minute, but let's do the fireworks. Stand back, prepare for action. Bam. All right, try again. Bam. And welcome aboard. I think it might be where's the plane gone? It's over here, left a bit right of it. Martin Reed, who is a returning member. Thank you so much, Craig. Good evening, Nick Gray. Oh, excuse me. Hi, Carl Jones. Linda Cooper. Oh, super friend. You didn't have to do that either. You were more than generous with your time today. Thank you so much, Linda Cooper, gifting a membership to the channel. Let's do that firework thing. Logan Air on their way out. See if we can find out where they're off. 179 likes, says Michelle Johnson. I don't know if anyone's got a higher number than that. All sounds very encouraging on the march to 200. See if there's anything incoming. I think we've got an ATR. No, that's going to Manchester. Strike that from the record. Looks a bit slack on inbounds at the minute. The crowds have thinned out a bit here. I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I'll do a discreet pan. So, so yeah, not many. I'd imagine there'll be a few people sitting in their cars waiting to catch the inbound Emirates and, of course, the outbound Edelweiss. Although there's not many cars there either. That does surprise me. 3 to go for 200, says Les. Nearly there. That's what Dopey Gort makes it. Les makes it 199. Like a 200. Tell us who you are in the chat. Claim the plaudits. UB flies around Scotland, says 200 up. Thank you. HTC also confirming 200 up. So we're validated. Excellent stuff. Thank you, everybody. Alan M, hi to you. How's your evening going? Quick burst of fireworks for 200 up. Super team effort. Thank you so much, folks. So kind of work out where this is going. It's not transponding for me, but Isle of Man. I think I've seen it in the chat actually. Alan M said that. Okay, where to drive the camera? Let's go to the right a bit. Let's go for a little bit of a browse. Settle on the tower. Just checking if anyone was out on the viewing deck. Taking the spring air. Paul Kaczynski is coming down with the grandkids to see the 350 off. Do say hi, Paul. Still got my red cap on, so I'll be easy to recognise. Sorry, Scottish Linda. You know when people say don't cough, you always do cough. How you doing, fella?
Hey, I was just watching your stream. I'm Samuel, by the way.
Hi, Samuel.
I've appeared in your chat a couple of times.
Yeah, I've seen you. You said you were going to come over.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I was debating if I should come over because some people are fine with people coming over saying hi to them while they're streaming. Others are very picky.
Well,
so I was very unsure, but a couple of the mods responded saying it would be fine.
Yeah, absolutely. It's the way we roll up plane sailing aviation. Obviously, if I'm in the middle of a shot or there's a technical issue with the box and all the rest of it and I'm trying to solve a problem, I'm not going to be very interactive. But
no, fair enough.
So are you a regular down here?
I wouldn't say I'm regular. I mean, I live in Edinburgh and this is my local airport, but I mean, I've not actually done a plane spotting video myself for about 2 years actually. Just because I've been working and stuff.
Yeah,
I've been at other airports, like I've been over at Glasgow and Prestwick quite a few times recently, and London Heathrow, and yeah, I've just not had that much time for spotting here at Edinburgh. But today was an opportunity.
It's a good season this year. You know, there's more. The transatlantic stuff just keeps growing and growing.
Yes, it has been. Yes, American are returning on the
Can't wait.
Philadelphia route.
I'm here for that one as well.
forgotten what date it was. Some point in June, isn't it?
I think no, it's May. I think it's Saturday, something like the 20th or 21st, somewhere around there.
Right.
Anyway, sorry, just going back to the chat, Scottish Linda, back to the cough. The minute you say to someone, don't cough, even now talking about a cough, I want to cough. Samuel's got the same issue. There's something going around. I have to slow myself down here. So, yeah, it's a pain. If only it would bog off. It's one of those, I hold Mrs. PSA responsible for it because she gave it me. She says our granddaughter gave it her, but I'm not blaming our granddaughter for anything, so I think. Anyway, you know what it is? It's like trying not to sneeze.
One of those comments about me has just really piqued my interest.
About you?
Yes, Tony Rivers has just said Samuel has a very posh Edinburgh accent.
Ah.
I kind of
Are you posh? You come from the best side of town, and I don't have the ability to disaggregate these things.
I'm only half Scottish.
Well, so am I, but I don't sound. You sound more Scottish than I do, but you live here, of course.
My accent's a very controversial topic. A lot of people think I sound Scottish. A few people think I'm from England. I'm not. My dad is, which is why I'm 50% Yorkshireman, because my dad's from the county of Yorkshire. There's people thinking I'm from America, believe it or not. I've had one spotter at Manchester Airport ask me, "Are you from Jamaica?" What part of my accent is I'm from Jamaica?
I'm going to tell you now, folks, this is no word of a lie. I don't even know how you'd get into that ballpark. That's hilarious.
I know. A couple of years ago, don't get me wrong, I had a bit of an American accent because I picked it up while I was in my first few years of high school, but I got rid of it, thankfully.
I mean, I get people asking me if I'm for real. That's a different thing. Are you for real?
Where's it you're from?
I'm Leicestershire.
Ah, okay.
So, although my dad's Scottish, my mum's from London, we born and grew up in Leicestershire. So, I'm Northumberland these days.
Yeah.
But if you say, yeah, where was I born? My birth certificate says Leicester.
Right.
Which is where the
So
big
which
maternity.
One's your local? Newcastle.
Yeah, technically.
Right, because I'm not the most frequent viewer on your channel, but I have been lurking in the background quite a bit a few times over the last couple of weeks. He went to private school, I bet. No, I really didn't.
I like how my chat's frozen yet again. This is really giving up the ghost. I like the sound of where this is going.
Yeah, well, I mean, here.
No, you're okay. I'll catch it up. Here we go. Michelle says you're a funny Jamaican.
Oh, well, thank you. Never been there, but thank you.
No, but I've never been either. Les Forrester, hey, up to you. Dopey Gorp says good evening to you.
Yeah, I see a few people saying good.
Ah, there you go. You're a cult
evening.
figure. You see, you've just popped over to say hi, and now you're a cult figure in the show.
Oh, not bad. It's probably the first time that's happened, where I've felt more like a guest, even though I'm not. Whether or not you call me a guest, I don't know. I mean, I was uninvited. I just came up and said hi.
No,
and now here we are.
I like that sort of thing.
Last time I appeared in someone's stream was in. You've probably heard of Airline videos at LAX.
Oh, you've been in theirs?
Yes, back in February when I was over at Los Angeles for my 20th birthday, I made an appearance in their Sunday stream and I was talking to Kevin and Rudy for quite a bit.
Yeah, check you out.
Yeah, I flew out there on a 747.
Oh man, that's a big box. What, Lufty?
Yep, flew out there on the dash.
What, Yankee Tango was it? Or Yankee Tangy or whatever they call it?
No, it was Yankee Charlie. I was
Yankee
on
Charlie.
Lufthansa's third 747-8 they ever got. And then I came back via Washington on the Dash 400 in the upper deck business class.
So, are you posh and privately educated? You're obviously living the high life. You're an international traveller, bit of biz.
No, I'm honestly not. I've not been
you're in a hole.
Or anything. No, I mean here, honestly, simply just I live with my parents, so I don't have to worry about my own bills. And also, my parents, they're quite generous and they don't charge me much for board, honestly. So it allows me to be a little bit more flexible, which is how I'm going out to the States again in September.
Life's for living. Life is for living, man.
Yeah.
Can't emphasise that.
On the A350-600 about 2 months or so before they retire, which is why I'm going out on one.
Thank you.
Spend a couple nights in Atlanta, get some 717s and all that.
717s. You're talking rare jewels for us. We don't see them, do we?
I'm actually gonna book to fly on one because they operate from Atlanta to Charlotte, which gives me the chance to fly on a couple of them there and back. And I'm going to visit Sully's museum, so see the aircraft that landed on the Hudson River while I'm at it.
Oh, cool. Scottish Linda says 24th. My haziness about where the American Airlines.
24th May for AA, yeah.
So thanks, Linda. It's all very hazy at my end.
So 13 days from now.
That does sound a really good trip. Alibi 58, good evening to you, sir.
Yeah, I get around quite a bit.
Well, if you're not going to do it when you're young, when are you going to do it?
Yeah, I mean, I can't do it when I'm dead, can I?
You're going to find it difficult to do it when you're dead. If you crack the case, you really need to patent it and somehow, well, you get the general idea. So EasyJet on shots, let's see where it's going.
Berlin, I believe. Oh no, that's the Nice one.
Ah, well, let's get precise on it, let's be sure.
Yeah, just seen.
I mean, to be fair, we've got plenty of time. It's a fair way away from us.
And then in 8 minutes, our next arrival will be another EasyJet A320 from Geneva. And then behind that, we've got an A320neo in the Neo livery from Bristol.
Raskas thinks he can, you know, that point about American, he can pick up notes of American in you as well.
Fair enough.
So there you go.
A few things I say might sound American, a few things I say sound Scottish.
Deborah Speller, you'll like this one. Cool dude Samuel.
Why, thank you very much.
You've definitely had worse days than that, haven't you? You know, if someone says cool dude.
Even though I'm quite a bit of a nerd, I mean, here, I'm literally flying out to Boston for a night just to get on an A340-600.
In this company, though, it's all relative, you see. Aviation enthusiasts, with their interest in all the various layers, to an outsider, always look nerdy.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
It's just like everything, isn't it? Whether it's tech or anything else, if you've got a deep interest.
Yeah. In fact, I actually used to work here.
Ah, what were you doing?
I worked at Swissport.
Ah, very good.
So I dealt with mostly the Delta Airlines and Ryanair flights. I'm not there anymore, though. But yeah, so I got the chance to board a lot of Ryanairs and a lot of Delta Airlines. Which means I even got to go on board a couple of the 767s that we had here.
I like this comment. Don't pick up. Says just give him the microphone. Great comms.
Well, we've both got coughs, so I don't think it would make much of a difference.
Don't know. Give me a good rest. Oh dear.
Yeah,
Jonathan McD, don't you be setting about our Linda. She's a fixture. I'm more expendable. I'm in the danger zone. I'm in the drop zone. Fast forward 3 months.
If you've got something, I actually don't care if you give it to me. Because I'm only 20, I would rather you just give me whatever illness you have so I can get it while I'm young. That way I have the ability to fight it off when I'm older, if you know what I mean.
You're entirely right. You don't cheat the cycle, you know. You never do.
So I'll tell you what, if you've got a virus, just...
Well, I've definitely got that. But let's see if I can avoid giving it you, because it's...
I would rather you gave it to me now than...
I'd rather give you a sticker pack than that. I ain't got no sticker packs, but you get the general idea. It feels more sociable. Let's just zoom
Two aviation nerds with a couple of coughs.
Well, life cycle. I think
I've
tree
not got
pollen,
anything,
tree pollen's in the air now as well. I get a bit of tree pollen, but this is a cold. My wife gave it me, as I was saying earlier, and my granddaughter gave it her. So
runs in the family then.
well, this shows you it's contagious. Chip House has got his pizza. What you got, mate? Don't tell me it's an Hawaiian, because I'll think less of you for that if that was true. No Hawaiians.
If you ask me, pineapple does not belong on pizza.
We've had this conversation a few times in streams, and there's
but
the point is, it's one of these things that divides opinion. I'm with you. I don't think it's got any place on a pizza either.
I've got some pizza in my fridge back at home from leftovers from last night, so the moment I go home, I'm gonna have that pizza. It's a Domino's one as well.
Ah, well, that's another divisive opinion. My boy Eddie, he must have a season ticket at Domino's, but you know.
I think I probably do too. I think I eat there more than I probably should, to be honest.
I think he's always getting promos on his phone or something. You know, the kind of things that entice him to do. But
that flight from Geneva's just turned on to final, and behind that will be the Neo livery from Bristol.
Yeah,
So
very good.
once this first one lands, I'm going to go back to my camera because I want to go film the Neo landing. It's a bit more backlit here than I thought.
Yeah,
But
the sun's moved round, hasn't it?
for me though, you've probably got the same thing, but when looking back at my footage of the, how do you pronounce it? Edelweiss?
Advice, yeah. Well,
I'm not the best with pronunciations. But
and
when
I'm
I look
worse.
back on my footage at landing, it had this nice effect where as it was seconds from touchdown, you could actually see the livery. It looks like it's brightening up and it's sort of showing itself after being backlit. So it adds that nice effect to the video, I suppose.
I mean, there's no question the sun is better in the morning in this spot because it's behind you, beaming up.
Yes.
Virgin Atlantic looked absolutely bonny this morning, absolutely. Mind you, when we saw
During the summer though, Almond Bank is somewhere to avoid in the mornings. I've
yeah,
filmed there
that's
about-
why I'm regularly there on Sundays because we do a regular show. So if it's a sunny day, I know I'm stuck with a load of backlit.
So is this your full-time thing?
No, I'm retired. I do this as a hobby.
Ah, okay. Well, I mean, so not only have you got a pension coming in, you've got money from this.
Well, I don't make money out of this, so I take money. So I'm really well supported by our community, but everything I get, I just spend out on kits, going places, more streams, blah, blah, blah. Aberdeen a few days ago, for example, will be case in point.
I
So
want to get up there at some point. I just don't know when exactly the right time is.
but the point is, what we get just gets converted into enhancing the experience. So there's always something that you can do to do that. I would like.
Or have you just got your camera stopped?
Yeah, I'm not watching that.
yet?
That is because everything you film live goes to the YouTube buffer. So that I'm just watching that for the chat. I'm not watching it for that. I've got the video live there and there.
I thought it'd frozen again for a sec.
No, it was fine this morning, but this afternoon the tablet has just been stuttering.
So that Logan is heading off to Cardiff, so I'm going to go film that one. So
It's been nice chatting. Yeah, it's been nice chatting, Samuel.
if you in a bit, I could come back if you want.
You're welcome to come and pop over, absolutely. And if you see us down there any other time, right, just come and say hi.
Yeah, of course. I'll definitely.
You can posh the show up for us with your cultured accent. And but yeah, it's been really interesting chatting.
Instagram or anything like
No, we've got the YouTube channel.
Yeah.
We've got an open Facebook page, Plain Sailing Aviation Live. That's
I'll
probably
look it
the
up.
easiest way to get in touch.
Okay, right. I'll come back here shortly and I'll look you up because I might need your help finding it.
Pleasure.
There's multiple plane spotting channels.
There is indeed.
Right, I'll see you shortly.
See you later, Samuel. Alistair Adam, hello to you. Alistair. You're right, HGC, super sound off the props. Hey up, the legend that is Jack McAlpine.
All right.
Yeah, hot off the Edelweiss A350.
Best flight ever.
You're miking up, or are you on your way?
I'm with Sean, but
Well, you're right here for a minute.
Yeah.
And this is charging for you.
oh,
New camera, yeah. What am I doing? So, now the noise has dropped off, and I'm with you, HGC. Great sound. Best flight ever. I can believe it, because Edelweiss are good to go with on an A320.
empty as well.
Really?
That was like 60 people for the full flight.
Never.
Yeah.
Was anyone sat in the biz section?
About 7, 8 people.
Were they kind of comped into that, or could you? Because I doubt they were.
They were pushing out on emails. I had 4 emails for promotional upgrade, promotional upgrade.
And what were they asking for that? Because Lufthansa Group tend to like to invite you to bid for these upgrades, don't they?
£140
What, on top of the?
on top of the base fare, which was £100.
Do you know something? I'd have been tempted because I've never flown biz in my life.
There's no window seats. Well, like good window seats, I could say.
Oh no, that's it then.
The good window seats are gone, so I was like, that's it. I'm gonna stick in my seat.
Yeah, no, I think I can see that. I'm having the window seat. There's no way I'm doing.
But it's been brilliant.
I just think the staff are really good.
Yeah.
I mean, Eddie and I said, honestly, I've said this a few times on streams, compared, KLM ain't bad, but Edelweiss, when they've done the in-flight food, which was really good, by the way.
Oh, yeah. Did you get the tomato mozzarella?
I can't remember what I had for tea last Tuesday.
I got the tomato mozzarella and I had a cup of tea.
But they went round twice.
They came around twice, yeah.
You did that for you?
Yeah, they came around with food and drinks first and they came back for more drinks and...
When does that happen on short-haul economy seats?
Never, really.
Never.
Not even on like the Canaries.
And the staff were really, really friendly.
Yeah.
I mean, genuinely friendly.
It was really good.
If I get anywhere near all clear from my scan, I'm booking what you've just done, because that is the best thing I could think to do this year.
They start Vegas on Thursday.
Yeah? Oh, I knew they were doing it mid-May. It's Thursday, is it?
Thursday they start, and then they've got the second A350 in July,
Excellent.
and then one December.
So we'll get to see the second one at some, hopefully, because they are sharing it round the other short hauls.
Yeah.
We'll not see this one again, will we, once it's on the long hauls? You wouldn't have thought.
I don't know, they might just keep on alternating now. They didn't really say. Because we were stood talking to the crew in the flight deck when we landed. We went up to say hello, because they said we could. And they were lovely.
You're ticking more boxes all the time, aren't you? These people rock and roll. EasyJet from Bristol is our next one. I was saying in the stream, oh, what am I doing? I've forgotten what to twiddle. Sorry about that rapid transition.
Gonna nip to your motion stick.
Linda with a Y, hello to you. Good evening. Jim Gemmell, good evening to you, Jim Gemmell. David Bone, welcome back. DR, welcome back. Blair's Aviation Channel, welcome back. I've lost my plane. There we go, nearly a telescope. Well, folks, I'm absolutely nowhere on that. Do forgive. I'm blaming Jack. He's got me all excited about his trip. I genuinely am. I was conflicted right at the beginning when that, because I'm thinking, I'd want to be on that plane, but if I'm on that plane, I can't film it either.
Film from the inside. Exactly, film from the inside, yeah.
I'm not in a position to do that travel at the minute, but which is, I suppose it all works out in the wash, but you know, I think, oh, Jesus Christ.
And that was the view on London.
Jack showed me his phone with a really super good camera. I've said this to you before, you get some great footage.
iPhones do it well. Yeah. Was I 16?
What, you mean compared to look at my little Android that I dropped on the car park?
Compared to that? Compared to that Sony?
Jeez. Well, that was Aberdeen on Thursday. I'm running across the car park by Logan Lair trying to get a shot into the hold of an A400 before they pulled the doors up. The shot was never on, but I didn't know that till I got to the spot. And you know the way it is, it came out of my pocket, just slid out and fell face down, chunky gravel, so, you know, there's no escape from that. I break one every year, roughly around May time.
Yeah.
It's kind of like rite of passage.
There's a big trip to Mackey's.
Sorry?
A yearly event.
It is, but it's not a good yearly event.
And it's £16 cheesecake.
It's hacking me off. Excuse me, trying to hold it back. A few folks saying hi to you as well, Jack, Les Donaldson, Rab H, amongst those.
There's no Wi-Fi. That was the annoying thing. What's twisted? Not that one, no. The newer one's not going to get it, but that one's.
Welcome back, Mohawk Scotland. How you doing, Graham? Good evening, John Sproul. Hello to you. It's been a cracking day. I'm at the end of the day now where I'm kind of cabbaged, quite literally. But it's been so much good fun to do. I'd never have forgiven myself if I passed up the chance to see the Edelweiss A350.
Which makes us think, which also makes us think to American. Yeah. Because they could just be a Monday to Friday American.
Right, let's see what's what. Anyway, welcome to the show. Anyone that isn't in the chat at the minute, do pop in, say hi. If you are down on the mound, feel free to come over and say hello. We are pretty informal at Plain Sailing Aviation. Les Donaldson says Sun Express 12 minutes out. Hammy, definitely not the Pegasus. Behave. Dopey Gorp. As above, behave. I don't know, Mohawk. Getting onto the treadmill sounds a bit severe after a big meal. In fact, it sounds severe, full stop. Ooh, crikey, better get onto the inbound aircraft. And that is Ryanair from Barcelona. So let's just get ourselves repositioned. That wind is just picking up a bit. Don't know if you can pick that up on the mic. Still northeasterly. Let's just refresh Meta and see if that's going to change the number from 9. No, 9 knots at the minute. Pretty much line astern with the runway. Crosswind element, just a single knot. HTC, are not all Ryanair landings perfect? Discuss. Alistair Adam, Sun Express in with 176 passengers. I bet they're all excited to be back. I wonder how many of them are actually back at work tomorrow. It's that kind of flight, isn't it? One that gets you in the evening, if you want to kind of max your leave allowance, back to work on the Monday.
That doesn't make you want to go to Zurich, I don't know what it does.
It's marvellous, isn't it?
Sunset A350. It doesn't.
Both of those viewing decks there, I just think
Well, there's a car park at the north side next to 14 and 16, and it's got a cafe, it's got toilets, it's got seats, and it's like a car meet where all the posh cars come. We just sat there, and now it's like Lamborghinis, Ferraris, everything pulling in.
it's just, and it's bizjet heaven there as well, isn't it?
We saw
Got a lot of Pilates stuff as well.
Yes, we saw so many yesterday of being like a nice day.
And the Pilates, you see, I mean, I've got to rave about this. There was some fantastic liveries as well.
We had a gold, bronze and blue one today before we left.
Yeah, blew my mind. I'm not joking. The thing I'd like to do, doing it back, is to do that one, but get Geneva in with it as well. Come on, Jack, what are you doing? Stop trying to get me some kind of copyright strike. But the rail trip between, I thought would be quite good to actually do it. Go in one way, do the train, come back the other way. Yeah, exactly that.
Well, we were 2 hours late going out on Friday, and our divert, if we couldn't get a slot in Zurich, was Geneva.
I would definitely live with that.
And an EasyJet would have had to put you.
Yeah. But the spot was so good. To land and
Did you just sit there all day?
Hammy, I can't tell you about the other airlines that I'm less keen on because I'll end up wearing it like a t-shirt, if you know what I mean. Good evening, Yorkshire biker. Mark's struggling not to cough. I'm fighting it like a trooper. Isn't it funny how coughs always seem to want to irritate you in the evening?
so it's on the main event.
Gordon Bennett. I'm just looking at a really classy picture of an Etihad Dreamliner. Is that the F1 livery? Yeah, yeah. Oh man.
Just seen that pop up in flight radar, I'm like, please don't change, please don't change.
Oh no, this is a beer. Sun Express.
Speaking of your private jets, Mark,
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
What's that? Just out of curiosity.
that's the Gulfstream
I know.
AJ-Scott.
Yeah, I heartily approve.
I did mine a couple of.
So, where are we?
Gosh, I've taken so many. I've taken. Look at that. Fire number on that.
Crikey, my plane's disappeared. Sorry folks, I was adjusting something. Oh, there we go. I do apologise. Don't adjust your set. What time's your train?
Sean's taken us.
Oh, you're sorted then.
Yeah, that's why I thought I couldn't say hello.
I did think you were being a bit cavalier with that
My
side of
train's 8
things.
o'clock, so I wouldn't have made it anyway, to be fair.
You doing the Global on Thursday?
I don't know, I've got my theory test booked, so I need to try and reschedule it.
Ah. They say there's quite a backlog on driving tests and stuff.
I know, I've been waiting for 3 months for this.
I didn't know if it was the theory bit that
It's
the backlog.
both, yeah,
It's both, is it?
You've seen the viewing deck platform at Zurich?
Yeah, I've been on both. I can't remember. Is it B and
B and D.
D or yeah?
Yeah.
One's
How
airside
late he
basically.
was up so late.
Yeah, because there's a nice crosswind,
Yeah.
a cross runway there, isn't there? Because we stayed somewhere about there, Holiday Inn.
We were at the Dorion, which, you know, when they go out and they do the left-hand loop.
Yeah,
We were looking out the window and just see them banking through the
it's
window.
lovely to watch that,
Yeah.
isn't it? There's two places that have really blown my mind. Madrid,
Mm.
which is amazing, but
Self-explanatory, really. that
yeah,
one.
but not to be done in the hot weather because you'll
No.
get the haze. Never
Winter
mind.
weather.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you've got to catch it right. Even winter, you see, it can be right. Early spring,
Yeah.
or I guess late autumn, perhaps.
October, November.
But that's a fantastic,
Yeah.
fantastic place. But you see, the spot we had there wasn't a proper, bit like this really,
Uh-huh.
rough ground overlooking everything.
Yeah.
Whereas Zurich, it's all there for you, isn't
It's all
it?
there, and they're so friendly as well.
Oh God, are they ever?
Yeah. We were walking down a path to a spot yesterday, and now some guy in camels came walking past. There's a camel farm next to the spot. So he came walking past on the camels, said hello, and asked, "Are we okay?" And we were just stood there like, "Hi, are they camels in Switzerland?" It was quite cool.
So, next inbound is a Sun Express 737 Max 8, 3 years of age, near enough 3.5 years of age, inbound from Dalaman. That's your next plane. 218 likes, says Les. You guys are rock and roll. Where are we now? 7 o'clock? Be nice to get somewhere north of 250. Went live at 5 o'clock.
That's not bad then.
I just wanted to hedge for the idea that the Edelweiss could come in half an hour early. I
We had
couldn't.
a slot before we came out.
Yeah. It's one of...
Live Airline and went off and came back.
Right, let's get onto that Sun Express.
What, yours? It's so bad luck.
And the sun is back out.
How are you liking your new camera then, Mark?
Well, it's, as you can imagine, very different. I'm still getting to grips with it. I am. You think you're in the zone, and then you get tired, and then your old habits, because you're used to.
Yeah.
Because point and shoot is a different bag, but no, it's. We knew we wanted to make the switch. It was just about when to do it. Didn't want to do it in the winter because it's you don't get as much decent weather for a start.
Yeah. It's a lot of Sonic
So what do you
Express
have on?
stickers.
200 to 600?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which
That's all you need really, isn't it?
Yeah.
is a little bit tight, close
yeah,
up,
really,
but
yeah,
you can
yeah.
manage with it because you just move to the end of the plane it is. But you see, you need, especially at Newcastle, you want the reach down the runway.
Down the runway, yeah. Especially when they're rotating at you, it looks even better when it's.
Absolutely.
tighter.
So I'm absolutely delighted with it, but it's still early in terms of optimising it. And
750 Emirates. Says someone in the chat list.
Well, they can't get on the gate because that's where we parked.
Oh yeah. Did you see Sean's diagram from earlier? He drew a little stick plane and said where he wanted Emirates to be when Edelweiss was going out.
When we were descending, Mark, they held with 17,000 for a bit, and then they've pulled out the speed brakes and we just dropped through clouds, and the wing was. You know, when the wing bounces and the clouds go up, down, baby behind us started screaming, and I was like, oh, okay.
I bet you loved it.
I loved it. Me and Logan's just sat out the window video, not like, yes!
Check your flight when you're over Southend on Sea and you're at 43,000 feet.
43,000
So,
the whole way.
quick hi. Good evening, Carl Crawford. How goes it?
Empty.
Train Aviation, welcome back. We covered that one a little bit earlier, so I apologise to folks who've heard the explanation. But essentially, it's Edelweiss are in the process of onboarding eventually 6 A350-900s. This is the first one, which will be long haul on the Vegas route from Thursday, Jack was saying. Thursday, weren't it? Anyway, it's crew familiarisation, training, that kind of thing. So
Had double crew on it.
double crew, so they're really making it work for them. So not many passengers, lots of crew.
It was quite good, like first class.
It sounds like first class service, doesn't it? You get your own butler kind of
It
thing.
was lovely.
I'm not joking. I think you've had a cracking. I'm glad you've had a cracking time, but yeah.
43,000 feet, it's just.
Good stuff. Welcome back, J. Ruda. Hello to you.
Everybody gets lucky with all the new 350s, don't they?
Decent airport it's on, to be fair.
Yeah.
Back in a little bit, Mark.
Catch you in a bit, Jack. So we have a plane on long finals at the minute. And that is a EasyJet. Seen a lot of EasyJets, ain't we? Inbound from Gatwick, an A319. Currently jogging along just shy of 1,500 feet. Let's just have a little zoom over here. Evening sunshine is now on us, isn't it? It's nice though, because we're getting cold.
I might one up Jack.
Sorry?
I might one up Jack on his flight. I might be getting on a Global Airlines.
Yeah?
Maybe. Not to New York.
The
Might
Glasgow to Manchester, like.
reposition. Yeah.
How you doing that? Are they available, them tickets, or is it?
They're not tickets. So I
Sounds like you've won a lottery.
I had messaged. We wanted to get airside, so our thought process was, what if we just start messaging people and ask about it? So we went bold for the first message, and we messaged James Equith, who owns Airline.
Yeah, the billionaire chap.
Because he replies to people a lot. So I messaged him saying, hi, is there any chance we could get airside? And he comes back and he says, hi, look, I've got a better one. How about I offer you 2 tickets to New York free of charge? And I was like, what? Sorry, it's not what I asked for, but I'll take it. Annoyingly, we're busy, so I can't
Never.
settle to do
How?
that.
What are you? Tell my viewers, what are you doing that could be better than that?
Exams.
Oh yeah, no, you are.
I blame one of my friends. I could have done it. He
Yeah,
couldn't,
yeah.
So I don't want to leave him behind.
No, in fairness,
The only cost would have
I
been.
thought you said you got a haircut booked or something.
No, but I had to. We would have had to pay tax for it, which is £85. But that's not bad for a flight to New York, obviously.
Two free tickets. Unbelievable.
Flight's only 60% golden now, so
What, to New York?
it's New York. Because it's like £3 a ticket.
Yeah, I gotta be honest. I did a quick online scrape and I did think that's dearer than I thought for the launch.
It's cheaper to go to Heathrow and fly from Heathrow to New York.
I thought they were probably going to go balls out with this and actually
Yeah.
make sure the inaugural was packed.
Yeah. I mean, it's packed with like influencers and.
Oh yeah,
YouTubers.
there'll be loads of journalists
Yeah,
and
Sam Chewy's there and stuff like that. Like all the big YouTube aviation channels.
yeah. Well, plain sailing aviation hasn't been invited. What's going on?
I don't know. I've been invited
I have no.
to
I've
two
not been
free
invited, and I'm not washing my hair before you ask. It ain't that. Oh, I can't make it because I'm having a haircut,
tickets. I know my hair's all over the place.
and I'm not doing any exams. I can definitely make that
No.
abundantly clear.
But anyway, no, I asked him, is there any chance we could get him the repositioning flight? And he said, mention me back next week because there's a strong chance you might. So,
Great feedback, Alibi 58. I'm enjoying using it. It's been a fair old shift today with it. Power consumption's been pleasingly manageable. You're probably going to lose me now, I've said that.
everyone just turns off.
Well, we've done it before. I think eventually, you know the old saying, if it could go wrong, it eventually will. But no, I did wonder, the leg from Glasgow to Manchester. I
yeah.
thought, are they going to do something different with that?
Yeah.
But then I thought that probably impacts on the departure from Manchester because you've
Yeah.
got a load of day trippers to be hoiked off. So what exams are you doing instead then?
I've not got any. It's one of my friends that has them. I just didn't want to leave him on his own while I went to New York for 4 days.
Don't know. You're a better friend than I am. I think I could have managed it.
That was our problem. It has a layover in New York for 4 days, and hotels in New York are expensive.
I'm trying to imagine Mrs. PSA's face if I said I've been comped some tickets to New York as part of this global airlines thing. I've only been gone for 4 days. She's really good with this kind of thing,
Yeah.
but I think she might be thinking, hang on a minute, it sounds like the kind of thing I'd like to do too. Although she's not keen on flying these days, so probably not keen on me living it up either, you see. Right, what have we got here? Right, plane on shot is a Eurowings return flight to Dusseldorf. Somebody else is on very long finals. We'll have a look at that one in a bit. Good evening and welcome back, Lottie Lou. How you doing? Good evening, Cowden Kid as well. If I missed anyone else that's recently joined us, Rob Brown, plane spotting, hello to you. Camera, it's a Sony A7, Rob, but I wouldn't necessarily, as with the Panasonic that I've also got, I wouldn't recommend one thing over another, because you've really got to work out what best suits what you do, mate. But I'm very happy with it so far. I think I'll be happier still when I've got 12 months under my belt and I've got used to using it in a range of situations. Right, this is a slow taxi, isn't it? Statuesque. Right, I can see an inbound aircraft. I suppose I ought to have a quick look and see what it is. Okay, out we come. It's a Ryanair 737. Well, I never. So that Ryanair is still rolling out, pretty much at the back end of the taxiway now. Curiously, I can't see the plane that had just arrived on flight radar, so I can't announce where it came from. Ian Lavery, good evening to you. This is the evening show, buddy. Good night, Political Bias. Thanks for your support, mate. Have a great week. Rab, they must have a speed trap. It does seem a bit like that, doesn't it? Look at that windsock. It's not doing much, is it? So with the sun moving around, we're going to get the kind of reverse for us, that is, backlighting. Not used to being here in the evening, something different. Les reports and alerts that we've got the Viking invasion due, 2 Norwegians, back to back. Drooping up. Am I a Ryanair hater or is it you? It sounds like sorry, you're making me chuckle. Hammy's line of questioning about other airlines that draw Mark's ire. Right, EasyJet to Nice, away you go. Yeah, I take your point, Rob Brown, about the Sony that you're using. I've got the same thing with my previous camera, I guess, the Panasonic HC VX1, which I still think is an excellent camera for the money and all the rest of it, because it is always camera versus cost. So we'll still be using that one. But more in a kind of niche capacity, or a bit like we did in Aberdeen on Friday, where in certain scenarios we'll deploy 2 cameras. This is not the lovely side of the airport, is it? All right, so the Ryanair that I couldn't identify, Lottie Lou has helped us out there, in from Kansas, Cornus. Good evening, Kenny Woodburn. How's tricks, Kenny? So we are well into the final hour of the show. Thank you for joining me on what's been a pretty fun evening, actually. I'm going to definitely enjoy the imagery of the day that has Edelweiss in it. Definitely well worth doing. And of course the Emirates A350 900, another favourite, that is due in shortly. I'm not sure how that's making out on time. Let's have a quick delve in. The Edelweiss is a 1940 scheduled Yorkshire biker, but I think Rab or someone else in the chat has flagged it as 1955 last we looked. So it'll be interesting what the turnaround is. If the outbound, or the return flight should I say, is like the Jack McAlpine's inbound, it wasn't a very full plane, which means it'll be a Bobby's job to board. So it may all have a decent chance of going on time if you think about that line of logic. So let's see, the spread on the bet is between 1940 and 1955. HGC, you are such a great friend to me. Thank you so much. I've just seen your Ko-fi donation, and yeah, thank you so much. I shall look forward to putting that to work. Here's your fireworks, HGC. As always, at plain sailing aviation, the money only goes on content. Although, with following Dopey Gorp's instructions earlier on, I will have a cold one with his part 2 donation. But part 1, definitely on content. Lots of planes to share this summer season. Lots of possibilities. I think we'll just wait for the EasyJet that's coming your way to inch into shot. Looks like the speed trap is still in action. The plane you will be seeing is off to Belfast, lining up for final approach. We also have a Belfast connection, Aer Lingus with an ATR 72. Tell you what, that ATR is a lot further away than it looks on flight radar. Can't see it even twinkling. Welcome back, Samuel.
Yeah, I'm back again, and Jack's coming along as well.
Ah, very good. It's like the Test cricket when people move between commentary boxes.
Yeah. Fun fact for you. I met Jack 2 years ago today, funnily enough, at Heathrow, one of your other members.
Who's that?
Just coming up just now.
Oh,
I met
right.
him 2 years ago at Heathrow today.
Oh, this other member.
Aye.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, what I love, Jack, We made 2 years ago today, and then 2 years later.
It sounds like you're dating. That's what it sounds like.
No, nothing like that.
I'm only messing. You're dating.
But maybe 2 years from now in 2027. Yeah, I'll see you at Newcastle. Maybe you'll be streaming there on that day.
What, make it a real sort of reunion moment?
Aye.
I probably will be. You never know.
Are you coming up on global?
He's in a bind, aren't you?
Are you going to go live stream global?
Oh yeah. Oh
That's a
yes.
silly question.
As Churchill, the insurance dog, would say, oh yes.
Call me crazy, but I'm setting off at like 3 o'clock in the morning just so I can go get a decent spot, because Glasgow Airport's not the best for spotting locations, for YouTubers at least, especially ones with tripods. In fact, I did a whole paragraph about it on my YouTube community page recently, because honestly, I struggled to film with the bit of land I was at.
The perspectives are tricky for video, no question.
Yeah.
Do you not find it hard to see the screen on that one, Mark?
Sorry?
Do you not find it hard to see the screen with the glare on that one?
A little bit at the minute. This VDU, I've not got the settings optimised, but it's not known to be a good feature of the camera.
Right.
So a lot of people have griped about the
You're
fact
not
that...
able to get like a screen that goes onto the...
Yeah, talking to Aviation Action Scotland, he's got one.
Yeah, that's what I've seen people have, yeah.
And I think I will add that, but it's a case of how much dough to spend up in one dollop, you see.
Yeah.
It's always a tricky one. There's always something else you want. I mean, I've just got myself an extra power bank for
I've
today.
got them exact same ones, you know. That
Sorry?
exact same black one I've got.
They're really good.
They are.
They're really good. And they're very travel compliant as
They
well.
are. Well, apart from today where I got told off having it in my case, but...
But this one, oh no, the one that's taped on here, I had 2 of those. They wouldn't let me take out of Dusseldorf 2 years ago because they got fixated on the fact you could use it as a cosh.
So they were saying for that? They were saying that for my black one today. I was like, it's fine, put it in my case, I'll check it in.
But you know, at the end of the day, they're not that expensive, so you're not going to risk a night in custody arguing about it.
Or a perishable good anyway, really.
So yeah, I'm looking to get, I think, one of those screens,
Yeah.
but not yet. I think that is one of the things which I found when I was browsing cameras. I was looking at the Sony A7 IV. VDU's a bit better.
Yeah.
However, I quite like, sorry chat, you'll not be able to appreciate the point I'm sharing with Jack. With the Panasonic, with the flip out,
Yes.
I prefer shooting like this, looking straight down. Yeah, you get used to the side-on
Yeah.
view, but it can be slightly disorientating. But this,
Does it flip down?
it's the flip, yeah,
Yeah.
fingers are too cold, right? But it's, so I've got that kind of thing. The A7 IV flips out, but it's more of a side type.
Like that?
Yeah, something a bit like that.
Yeah.
And for me, that doesn't really work with
No, of
what
course
I'm
then,
doing.
Obviously, you can't.
It's something a bit like that. Because I said to the lady that was helping me in the
Yeah.
shop, I says, oh, that doesn't feel as good. It's a better screen,
Yeah,
but you're paying a lot more for the camera as well.
you are.
Because you know, you're only one unlucky moment in a storm away from trashing
Yeah.
your kit,
Have
aren't
you
you?
thought about the lens hood as well?
Yes, but I haven't got to that point yet.
Yeah, I was going to say for rain and stuff, they are quite a lifesaver.
Are they any good?
They stop the rain from getting on the glass.
Yeah, yeah.
So, obviously, when you put it on, you've got the glass, and then
Yeah, yeah. Because they are sealed units, aren't
They
they?
are,
So, oh, I've got to go to Wex's on Tuesday, pick up my other half's camera she's had on order for a bit.
All right, yeah.
I think I'll...
Yeah, they are a good investment. It keeps the lens clean and...
You see, at the minute, I've got no intention of using this in inclement conditions. I use the Panasonic.
Well, you hope it's summer as well, or we're not going to get rain, you know.
So I know, I've only just started the kind of voyage of discovery.
Yeah. Half an hour for Emirates.
Excellent.
And then Edelweiss is gate shut.
So near enough 8 o'clock then for...
Yeah. For
The other
both
thing
days.
is with kit, there's a limit to how much stuff you can carry when you're on your Jack Jones.
Yeah.
I think EasyJet must have about 27 aircraft based here.
One in, one out, isn't it?
It's a good tempo. I thought they had about 8 or 9.
You've got one on final as well. I don't know what it is.
We'll have a look. I think it's Norwegian, is it not? There's a couple of Norwegians. Go for it.
It's an EasyJet.
Another EasyJet. What are they...
After that, it's one that after that one.
Okay, inbound action. Here we go. So plane on shot, off to Birmingham.
Paul Shunsky.
Hey up, Paul. How you doing, buddy?
Fine, thank
Paul Kaczynski in the chat 20 minutes ago, now on the mound with his camera and family.
you. Yes, grandchildren and dog.
Nice to meet you all. So British Airways next in from London Heathrow. So this needs to get going. Just turning down again, isn't it? A bit nippy.
Lovely all weekend as well.
So British Airways in and British Airways out. Right, here we go. Revs up, time to go. And suddenly it goes eerily quiet. So unless I'm much mistaken, our Edelweiss departure is bleeping away. So it's, well, it's 1936 now, so scheduled to go at 1940. I fancy it looks like it's pushing and turning to the naked eye. So let me put you on that. Let's give you some proof positive. It's only a little bit, but you can definitely make it out in amongst that concrete jungle. Edelweiss is on the move. Well done everybody that turned that plane around. I suspect it's not going to be heavy with people if it wasn't heavy on the inbound, but Talking of inbounds, Ryanair are on their way in from Milan, or one of the Milan airports, BGY. That sounds like one that might not be in Milan, doesn't it? Whether it is true or not. Oh, excuse me. E. And looks like Ryanair are also on the out. And sure they are. The plane in shot is off to Barcelona. Good evening to anybody that's recently joined the show, and welcome back if you are rejoining the show. Coming to the Climatic finale with Edelweiss departing their 350 from Edinburgh and Emirates bringing their 350 in. It's all going to happen in a kind of spread of around 20 minutes. So settle back and enjoy some high quality aviation action. Cheesecake time for Hammy, like in your Moxie. Good evening, Sam Thurlaway. Emirates 350 not far away. How far's not far away? Next inbound is, yeah, definitely the Ryanair from Milan that we're talking about. Carl Jones, been a pleasure hanging out, buddy. Have a great rest of the evening yourself. Tony Rivers, you could be disappointed with that Pegasus. Excuse me. I think they're going to no-show. And if you've just tuned in for the very first time, I'm Mark, your host for the next 20 minutes or so. Seems to be some very dark clouds overhead all of a sudden. More behind me than in front. Ooh. I'll be smelling that in about 15 seconds time. So, next in, a Norwegian from Stockholm. Sadly not a 737 in the style of Freddie Mercury. This one seems to be somebody called Sam Eid. I don't know who Sam Eid is, if I've said the name right, but anyway, not Freddie. Good evening, Michael Forbes. Right, that's enough of that, because we actually want a bit more of this. Sorry folks, I've just not locked the cam. Here we go. And there is the second of the Norwegians. Can't quite make out the tail, but I'm sure it's not Freddie Mercury. Looking forward to it.
We think that'll go before the Emirates lands.
Yeah,
Because there's a perfectly placed gap there now.
it was probably hoping for a lot to have that holding as the Emirates came in, but it was definitely worth the dream.
Worth the dream. It could still happen.
Oh, thank goodness, you can't see me running into the camera.
I'm going to stand a bit more to the right here.
Yeah, I'm going to go down. Yeah.
Sorry folks, since I lost the focus. Gloomy light. Hope you enjoyed that too.
It's Emirates on finals now, is it?
2 out. Another Norwegian.
Oh, he jumped the queue.
I better get fizzy with the busy. Okay, final plane of the show. I can see just about twinkling in the glooming light. Emirates A350 900 set out around 7 hours 10 minutes ago from Dubai and
Another
is
pilot, this one, Mark.
roughly at Livingston. Sorry,
I
Jack.
know the captain for this.
Oh, reminding me as well, I've got to record this clip, so I'm going to go quiet on this. So the captain's James Ward, isn't it? And apparently it's his first.
UK Emirates 350.
Exactly so.
Yes.
So, God, I'm glad you're here, Jack. It's in my book and I'm that.
That's why I stayed.
Well, you've done good. Right, so I'm going to stop talking on commentary because I did say I'd film it as a separate clip. So, big shout out for Captain James Ward on his first Emirates A350 landing. Somewhere over there. At the minute, it's probably a bit of a reach to grab, but God, that was purgatory. I'll cough my heart out at the minute. Got tears in my eyes.
Tears of joy.
Well, that is true as well. I enjoyed that.
Not bad for his first landing in Edinburgh, is it?
Not at all.
I got quite creative with it there, Mark.
Sorry?
I got quite creative.
It's almost a
Perfect silhouette,
perfect, yeah. Excuse me, everybody. I have to have a quick sip of water, I think. So, yeah. That's show, folks. So we'll do thank yous. Let this EasyJet go. In fact, while I think about it, I'm just gonna. Oh, I don't know. I want to go back to the Emirates. In fact, I'm going to go to the Emirates. That's the way to do it. That's the way to do it. So we're going to fade out with this plane sliding off screen. I just want to say a massive thank you to Jonathan McD for gifting a membership. Leslie Kerrison for gifting us 20 memberships. Thank you so much. Ilya Frolov celebrated 2 months with the channel. Dopey Gorp very kindly and generously made 2 Ko-fi donations. One of those in particular I'm going to enjoy complying with later. Craig McLean very kindly gifted us a membership, as did Linda Cooper. And HGC very kindly Ko-fi donated to the channel. And Bertram Joshua, I'm sorry my friend, we are just in the final throes of the show. I'm going to go to the bottom of the chat to work backwards. Les, thank you so much for your comments. And thank you, Rab. Understanding, much appreciated. Don't think I see anything else that needs further comment. You guys absolutely rock. So we are going to be at Glasgow for the Global Airlines A380. Look forward to sharing that with you. Please do look out for the thumbnail. Members, we've also got some additional posts to share with you around that. Hold that thought. You've been brilliant, one and all. Moderators, love you to bits. Double shift today and you have just excelled. So thank you so much. See you soon. So we'll fade out with the Emirates going off shot. Couldn't be a better way to end the day, really. Right, that's Mark signing off from the mound at Edinburgh International Airport. Stay safe, have fun and be good. Bye now.